There we go. We're live now. Okay, so I gotta yell at my dog.
Gracie's looking for a little morning loving.
Yeah, a little too early for that there, girl. Okay. Okay, now we're live now. Okay, so, pop up chat. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm ready to rock and roll now. I just give them both a treat. They've been out twice now already. So.
Oh, good.
They have been up to Diane's already got their treat there and come back here, give them another treat. It should be good for a little bit.
Well, who do you think's going to be first today?
Oh, you know somebody you haven't seen for a couple of days? Cormano.
Yeah, I know.
But you either Wayne B or who else is it? Somebody sometimes gets in there now in the mornings. Forget. But I wouldn't be surprised Sunday. Well, he might be racing today too.
Yeah, or getting ready to go race.
Yeah.
I don't know what time he must get started early, I would imagine.
Well, I imagine you got to go down, get everything ready, drive to where we got to go home. But it's supposed to rain later on today, eh?
Yeah.
But I think it's quite a bit later.
I'm just going to send out the invites here.
Oh, yeah, well, nobody's here yet anyway, so. And my toes get wet every time I go to Diane's in the morning. The grass is so wet. You know, yesterday at noon here, cutting grass and it was still wet. Well, we had all that fog yesterday too, yesterday morning for quite a while. Humidity was really high. It just wasn't.
Are we supposed to get rain today?
Tonight. Yeah. I think it'll be pretty dead tomorrow morning because everybody's gonna be watching the Queen tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow, right?
Yep, tomorrow morning. Well, starts about 6 o'clock here, our time. So.
Wow.
I was just reading an article a few minutes ago in Toronto. All the Toronto transit systems all going to come to a dead stop. I think at 11 o'clock for a moment of silence. Yeah, it's going to be a holiday in England tomorrow, but not here. So. Oh, Vader. I don't know what you guys going to. Just the dogs next door barking. So. Unless they hear a chipmunk or something.
Okay.
No, Gracie, go lay down now. You're not going out.
Let's see if it's showing us on YouTube.
I think I might buy myself another Blue Yeti microphone. Somebody had one for sale in St. Thomas for $50. Should buy it, and that way I don't have. I've been bringing this one from home and back and forth, back and forth. I'm gonna forget it one of these times. Ugh, I went out here permanently. We just leave it here, don't have to worry about it. You fly anything last night, Paul, or?
No, well, I did that one ship, that EPA one that I did. When I
Oh,
left,
yeah. Seen that one.
and
Yeah.
I got that posted, but there's not a lot on going on.
Well, it looked like there's about 3 on their way down right now on the Marine track. When I looked this morning,
I mean,
the
look,
one upbound.
there's the Spruce Glen is out there a ways. Evans Spirit went through. One upbound way down to Elginak, Manitowoc, but it's kind of a rust bucket, you know.
Yeah.
But up further up north, Bay Camo, yep, but I've gotten that before. The KE Barker, I've gotten him quite a bit. And way up is the Frontenac and this is Cuyahoga. And all of those ships I've gotten quite regularly.
Yeah, you get them quite regularly, don't you? Those ones.
Because they're on a regular mission going like down to Buffalo or whatever, you know.
Mhm. I think I gotta go to Walmart today when I get home. My shoes just about done in already. Right, they're not that old and the tip's coming off already. You know, where they separate.
Yeah. You put some Loctite 401 on them?
Yeah. Well, they're all wet right now, but I got some construction adhesive, but tips are all getting worn out already. Might
Yeah.
have just go buy another pair. Oh. Oh, what the heck was that? Just think.
Not much going on not at our place down in St. Augustine.
Yeah.
It is quiet. And they got the
Oh yeah, this already.
awning out, you know.
Oh, is Diane coming or what? No, I don't think so.
See, they got the awning out, Paul,
Yeah.
so you can't really see in.
Well, they got it look like a fair amount of blue sky there.
Yeah,
Well, it's fun because they scrubbed the launch again last night. They've been trying to get that SpaceX up for what, 5 nights now?
yeah.
And they just can't get it up. They're gonna try again tonight around 6:30 or 7 o'clock.
Maybe they need to coat the rocket with Viagra
Yeah, or something.
because they
Oh,
can't get it up, you know. The
well, they've had a lot of storms going through there, right? It's all been weather scrubs. There hasn't been a rocket problem.
well, you know, that amazes me. I mean, those rockets go through space and everything else, and why did they figure just normal weather in the United States?
Well, it's something to do with this when it goes through with this past the speed of sound, but going through a dense clouds and all that causes lightning apparently. So they're afraid it's going to blow up, going through. So, but when they launch, they go out over the water. They don't go up over land, right?
Yeah.
That's why they have Cape Canaveral down there, because it's every time a rocket goes up, it goes over the water, not the. But they're lucky to go up and there'd be a cruise ship or something there, and it explode and come down, land on a cruise ship or something.
There's a Trump lookalike.
Yep.
Ha!
Yeah. See, all the big leaders are all going into. I see Biden's over there now, and everybody. Yeah. They say it's going to be one of the biggest gathering of world leaders in years. Wonder where they got to park all those airplanes, eh?
There's an ambulance service guy.
Yeah.
First response.
First responder. Yeah. But they're going into Stansted. I think that's a military base, though. I think all the big jets. Trudeau's been over there for years, or for days already. Just wanted another holiday, probably more than him. I think they've already cut the line off, haven't they?
That's what they were saying last evening.
Yeah. Hard to believe that people go there just to pay their respects, though.
These guys must be getting tired because, see, he's got one foot out in front of the other, where the other ones are all right.
Yeah.
Perfect attention type of thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
look
they
at this-
fly
this-
every 6 hours, but would you want to stand there for 6
No.
hours?
And this guy, he looks like he's starting to bend at the knees a little bit.
They had one faint. I don't know.
Yeah, but at least these guys can lean on their sword
Mhm.
because they've got it in front of them, tipped down.
I just don't get it why people would stand in line for 24 hours just to go in there for 30 seconds. You know?
Well, it's one of those kind of things, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know.
That little girl being in line that long, you know?
Yeah, yeah. There's like double lines on each side.
Well, it definitely is a situation where the it will be remembered forever. She was the longest serving.
In 70 years, too.
Well, there's a lot of people grew up with her being the head, you know,
Yeah.
but her coronation was 1952. That's as old as I am.
Yeah.
So that's why it's 70 years old.
Yeah.
70 years of reign. And I don't know if call it reigning, but I call it, I guess that's the legal term, but um, she was in a leadership position for the monarchy. I never did see a playback of the guy that
Yeah.
got up there and that just tried to grab the casket, the flag. Did you, Paul?
No, I haven't even seen none of it. No, I heard about it, but that's it.
Because they said he was tackled, but I wonder who was tackled by the police that are around the edge, or
There is police there, so.
Yeah.
Especially with the crown jewels there, right?
Oh yeah, that's priceless. And her scepter and everything else is on top of the casket. Her ceremonial scepter.
It's like a woman cop there.
Yep. You can almost read his lips. He said something about something mum.
Yeah.
Because they used to call the queen the mum.
Yeah, Queen Mum or something. Yeah. Yeah, never mind just going to visit her, but that inside of that building alone would be something worth seeing.
Oh, I would imagine. Yeah, the Abbey is, what was it, built in like the 1300s or 1400s or?
Yeah.
Girl, you are. Don't know who the people standing up on the top are, unless they're from the Abbey, from the church. I don't know.
Curtis just put a link in the chat, Paul.
Oh, did he? What, did you check it?
No, I haven't yet. 'Cause he's going in the thing, but it'd be too early down there. It'd still be dark.
Oh, yeah, it'd be way too early. Because usually he's on about noon our time.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get there or not. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking here now.
A man has been arrested by the Metropolitan Police of London for allegedly running.
Oh, it's showing where the guy was arrested.
Oh, is it? Okay. Let's go over and check that out. Stop share. Let's see.
Later. Enough.
Okay, let's go to share screen. Let me know when you can see it, Paul.
Yeah. Okay. I think, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the police got him.
Yeah. Looked like they had a hold him by his ear for a minute, but boy, they whipped him away quick, didn't
Sure did.
they? Wow. It was just grab him, let's go. Mm. Yeah, I figured I'd be out there someplace. I just haven't gone to look for it. That was all there, Curtis. You still plan on going out there this morning there, Curtis? Because it'd be about noon our time before he goes live, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going down today, but he's not going live though. Oh, okay.
But he's gonna go out and he's gonna go out and use his ROV.
He'll record it and edit it later and show us. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't done any more flying, have you, Paul?
Not since I did the motorhome, no.
Was the guy happy with your pictures and stuff?
Well, he sold it before he.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
I still give them to him. Like he's got them on a jump drive. He's got them for memorial purposes now. But it's gone. He texted me yesterday.
The dealer bought it, right?
It's gone. Yeah, dealer bought it. Come in. Just well, they can't get them here. That's the problem, eh? You know.
Well, Lynn's great grandkids were in her big new motorhome, and now it won't start. So we don't know if they got up in the driver's seat and started pushing switches or whatever.
Yeah.
But our friend Nick is going to be home this weekend, and he's going to go over and take a look at it.
Yeah.
He's got a diesel pusher, and he also, drives diesel. And I think it could be either a bad battery or a dead battery or whatever. But she can start the diesel generator.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you got generator and everything on board this thing, but his is gas. It's got a V10 in it. Eh?
yeah. So I'm thinking it's probably just who knows how old the original battery is in that.
Well, yeah, it might be the original batteries, right?
Yeah.
Batteries are good for about 5 years. That's it. Matter of fact, when I go home, I got to go buy a battery for my pickup so I can hear it, especially when it sits for a day. But see, last winter I was having problems with the remote start, and the guy told me it was my battery. He said nothing wrong with remote start. It just so. But anyways, I heard a couple of times going, "Ooh, that don't sound good." So I need to go home and buy a battery because they're so freaking expensive now, like $180 now for a battery.
Yeah.
You used to get them for $80.
Well, and I don't know if it has more than one battery in a diesel or not. I think it's just one big one.
Well, no, I usually 2 or 3.
Oh,
But,
really?
Look who's in the chat, Mr. JDS Flying Canuck.
JDS, how you doing?
Morning, John. Old Curtis says, I'm not Philly Mike. I can't stand on the side of the road, and talk to myself. Yeah. So he's not gonna lie because he can be by himself. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I know how that feels. It's like on here. You don't stay long when you don't have anybody to talk to.
yeah. But do you have it sometimes when people will talk to you while you're still flying? Like,
Oh yeah, that's hard
Yeah.
because it takes your concentration because they want to see. In other words, I let them come over and look over my shoulder.
Yeah.
And because I'm sitting on a stool, so they can look over my shoulder and see what I'm seeing. And
Yeah.
but they're always asking questions or what's this, what's that.
Yeah.
And when you're following something that's moving like that, that's different.
Yeah. So JDS, what are you doing? You not working or what? Usually every time we talk to you, you're normally working or doing something. Yeah. Time to make a coffee, I guess. Yeah, lots of water there.
Yeah, JDS, I'm doing okay. It's just I don't know what the weather today is going to be here, but somebody said we're supposed to get rain
Tonight.
In fact, I'm going to go over here and check the Weather Channel now. Yeah, we could get some rain about 11 or 12.
But at noon?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think it was coming that early.
Well, it's north of you, and
Oh.
it's mostly north of me, but the projection is it expands at about, let me see. Right at about 9:53, just before 10 o'clock.
Curtis has got a question for you, Paul,
Okay.
in the chat.
What stole? What?
Stool.
Stool. Okay. I just have a wooden, like a short bar stool, all wood. It's about this big and it doesn't fold up. I just have to stick it in the back of the Tahoe and I grab it.
Yeah.
Because I'm flying usually most of the time in front of the Tahoe. Now they
Yeah.
make some that fold, but I wanted it real sturdy. It's like a wood stool, but it's just it's about this big, from top from the seat down to the ground.
Hey, good morning, Bill from Newfound Drone Production. Good morning.
I think they just changed the guards.
Yeah.
I've gone back a few minutes just to see.
Oh, yeah, I got my another cup of coffee.
Yeah, the two guys here in the end changed.
Yeah, yeah. Not bad. Ugh. Yeah, still at the trailer today, and well, probably about noon, 1, 2 o'clock, someplace around there. I'll head home. I don't know if I cut some firewood yesterday. I don't know, but the chain's starting to get dull now. So
I had a folding one, Curtis, but I'm a heavy guy, so it just made me nervous. I sure didn't want to go down on my keister, you know?
I got a brand new chainsaw here. It's chain to put on the chainsaw. I don't know. Going to try and cut some more wood today or not. Get some more fence board ready. And I've only got about 8 feet of fence left to do, so I need a couple cross pieces. I don't have them.
Here's the change into the guards, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. So they're what, Scottish, right? Guys so far.
I don't, Westminster Abbey is right in England. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
but
those guys might be Scottish. These would be English.
yeah, I think so.
You said that they stand there for 6 hours?
6 hours.
Holy crap.
Where do they practice this? Over in another room or something? Or what?
I don't know.
Yeah, breaking news, she's not in the coffin. Wouldn't surprise me, Annie. You'd be getting a little ripe by now, you would
The
think.
guy that just got there, he's not as that guy's just getting there.
Yeah. I probably going, holy crap, I get to leave finally.
Oh, that guy gets to leave. He gets replaced.
And look at all that stuff they got to wear too, right?
Yep.
They need some new clothes, a little bit outdated.
Yeah.
I see Trump didn't get an invite, eh?
No.
But he got invited to the memorial or something they're having at the White House or something, though. Yeah, you're right there, Bill. But I bet you, if you added up all the money they spent right there, plus all those jets coming in, all those dignitaries coming here, the funeral service, everything, it's going to be more than millions. It'll be at least $1 billion. It'll be at least $1 billion, or even more than that.
Well, you know, somebody calculated out, like University of Michigan football has like, I don't know, 38,000 people in the stands. And if you added in what each of them had to pay on an average to be there, not only for parking, food, all that kind of stuff, it comes to $1.3 billion for that game.
Yeah, yeah.
Being paid.
Yeah, the players, all that kind of stuff.
That's why college football is so big, is because it's a moneymaker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or any football. NFL football is the same way, you know?
Yeah.
Some of the tickets for that college football game were $1,200.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, $1 billion for someone to rot makes no sense to me when there's people alive here and don't have anything. Yeah. You know, I could almost understand them, you know. A couple, you know, they're parading them through Scotland and then they're parading her through England or something, but that's it. Get her done, over with it, you know. But this going on and all that, you know, I know she did a lot, but holy crap, man.
Well, I know, especially in this electronic age, there's no reason to have this many days of viewing. Should have been 24 hours in a funeral.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to see it, you just go on. You got a better.
What we're doing, we can see it live.
You got a better look at it live.
Than you would probably even going down to just like, you know, a freaking hockey game or football or whatever. You can see it better sitting at home than you could sitting in the stands.
Sitting in the stands a quarter mile away, you know.
And like, you know, you get the replays and the close-ups and, you know, commentaries and like, holy mackerel, you know. Hey, good morning, Justin. Getting ready for your big trip tonight or tomorrow or whatever. I think he's going tonight, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, to be down there for Monday morning. My iPad on? I don't think it's green. Yeah. It is.
Hey, Z. David is here, Paul.
Hi, Zeke.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Dave, where the hell you been? Got to get with the program here, buddy.
Yeah, Bill, I'm not a big supporter of the actual old days of the monarchy, but it's institutionalized. And I grew up, well, you have too, and it's always been there. So, you know, I give it this due. As far as what the difference they make, I think it's a calming interest on all of the people. Somebody, if they're a good monarch, and they are kind and loving and caring about the people, I think it translates. But if you get a dictatorship,
Well,
then it's subservience, and it's
yeah.
like there's places in the world where you got dictators that if you say a bad word off with your head, you know.
Well, it's like that here with Trudeau, isn't it? Yeah, when you go against Trudeau here, they'll cancel you out.
Yeah. So David, have you been getting any flying in, or has it just been too hot or busy or?
The only thing I think that with the monarchy, they still believe in church and God and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Where all that usually big in the States too, but
Well, the thing
a
of
lot
it
of
is,
that's gone to the wayside now.
don't you think, Paul, the monarchy, Queen Elizabeth, she led by example, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You never heard her publicly talking bad about anybody or anything, or, you know, she was always a positive influence.
Yeah.
Now, privately, I'm sure she has her moments like all the rest of us do.
I imagine she did.
Now, AZ, did you hear, David, did you hear anything about the $65 or $70 drones that you'd ordered, or did you get a notice of shipping, or?
Attaboy, Bill. He's been working on a fair, but I'm going this afternoon to fly for a bit. Well, that's good. You taking the Avata?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here comes Justin.
Yeah, I don't know. This 3D printing stuff, that doesn't interest me whatsoever. There's some stuff I could really use for it in the model railroad, but I don't have time for myself alone. Back in, yep.
Can you guys hear me?
Hey,
Yep.
Justin.
Hey, Judge, we can hear you. What? You want to go outside for a bit?
So what's new, Justin? Anything? Maybe he can't hear us. I don't know. Justin,
Oh, I don't know. I think he fell off his chair.
well, I don't think he can hear us.
Tracking not showing anything. I don't even think it was shipped yet.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to keep an eye on the dog. She was around there by the fire pit. She hadn't gone by. Just called Tim Hortons because they're charging 10 cents now for a double cup. Yeah, I heard about that. That's all.
Well,
Big.
if you want it in 2 cups.
Yeah. Well, you can have a sleeve free of charge though.
Well, what I was wondering, you said, since I'm not a coffee drinker, but you said that if you use an old cup to buy your coffee, they give you a 10-cent discount. So that must be the 10 cents they got figured in the cups.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, if you take a refillable cup, they give you 10 cent discount.
Because you provided your own cup. Yep.
I think I'm gonna have a dog in my lap. Oh, look at that. Surprise. Yeah, look at that. Give me
Look
hugs
at
already.
Gracie.
Yeah. Okay, Gracie. Don't push too hard. Hey, don't go that far away. Oh. Well, see, when you used to get a tea through Tim Hortons, they always double cupped it because it's so hot, right?
Yeah,
Oh, look who is in the chat, Paul. Mr.
Adrian.
Adrian, good morning.
Morning, Adrian. How are you doing?
Yeah. JDS says, "Screw I'm going to AW. They make better coffee or McDonald's." I never liked McDonald's. I don't know. I guess I'm just a Tim Hortons boy. It's good, Timmy. Yeehaw! The hippie in me is coming out. Yeah. What are you up to today, Adrian? You, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's going to go out and fly today.
Yeah.
Adrian, since you've got just about all the drones, which one are you consider the best, or are you like the rest of us? What you're flying is indicative of the situation you're flying. In other words, like low light, what you want to catch, what you don't want to catch, you know. And are you flying FPV now, or more or less, or still cinematic? You know, what are you doing?
Who you want?
She's
What? Oh, you
staring
want
at
me to rub your belly?
She's staring at you. Well, you know what it is. She's got used to you running that comb through her hair, and she kind of likes it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, she likes her belly rubs. Yeah. I knew once we started that we'd never stop. Yeah, start doing her belly rubs, especially a beagle. What Vader? What do you want?
Mia's decided she knows how to get my attention. She goes over on the love seat over by the back door.
Yeah.
And she starts rubbing on it and flipping the cushions and stuff, and then wagging her tail and looking at me.
Yeah. Gracie just loves the attention. That's the problem. Diane was sitting here last night and Gracie kept pawing her and pawing her. I said, well, just keep petting her. She'll be fine. She won't bother you anymore. That's her way of getting attention, right? So, but it's funny how Gracie, her eyes don't crust up, but Vader's, his eyes crust up so bad all the time. Got to keep cleaning them. And hey, good morning, Adrian.
Adrian, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Good morning, fellas. How y'all doing?
Another day in paradise here.
Well, I heard your question, Johnny. Honestly, from every single one of my DJIs all the way to the Altair, I don't think I have a favorite, but if I was to go and pick one up to do night flying, it will be the between the Air 2S, the Mavic 3, the Phantom 4 Pro Plus V2.0, or the Altair Evo 2 Enterprise. It will be one of those.
Yeah, most all of my night flights I do with that Nano Plus. because it just, the camera's incredible. Now, do I like the flight characteristics of the Nano Plus? No. Because A, it doesn't have the steam of the power if you get into any kind of wind. And B, the controller seems to have a lag between the drone and the controller, especially when you're flying like alongside the ship. If you notice on those videos, in my night videos, it's going like this up the side of the ship. Where the DJI, you just push the stick forward, it just stays straight.
Yeah. But another thing I do see myself picking up that DJI Final 4 Pro a lot more often than the other ones. And I did want to hit and pair it with my smart controller, Paul Hodges. And I don't know if it's just me, but I'm actually loving it a little bit more with a smart controller. I do like the Pro Plus controller, the built-in screen. It does fly pretty good.
Yeah.
But with a smart controller, it does, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like it's working a lot better for me.
Well, you got the smart controller, right? For that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Well, see, the problem is I want to buy the Evo 2 Pro, but the problem is there's no here in Canada. I can't get the controller, the smart controller right now.
Now, which one do you have? Do you have the version 1 or version 2?
The version 2 right now.
Okay, so you have. I'm assuming you have the Autel Evo 2 6K.
No. I'm not going to buy it unless I can get the controller.
Yeah, okay. Nobody seems to have the smart controller for the Autels in Canada. You can't find any.
You can't
All
buy
sold
US
out or on order, back order.
You can't order it in US and have it shipped over there.
Yeah, but apparently they didn't make that many smart controllers. What they say, 12 or 1,500 or something. That's all they made of the V2 controller, smart controllers.
Yeah, and I'm not too happy with Autel coming out now with the version 3.
Yeah,
but they never really changed nothing about the drone. The drone is exactly the same thing. So now they just want to call it a V3 because now they have a version 3 chipset. That's all the only difference.
Yeah. Well, I think what a lot of the problem with Autel is trying to get chips for it, right? So that's why they keep changing the chipset. They can't get, because all the chips are eating the cars. And
their supplier, their suppliers, they can't give them the regular chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's always some bullshit.
Well, because they might order or whatever 5,000 chips for 5,000 drones, but then beyond that they can't get the same chip again, so they have to go to a different chip and rename the drone to a B1 to B2 B3 or whatever, because the only difference in any of those drones really is the chips.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. Again,
I just think that DJI has more control over what they're doing than what Autel does, right? As far as comes to chipsets. Because I would say that somehow DJI can do backward compatibility, right?
Yeah. I do think that DJI does have a handle on the bullshit better than Autel, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. There's no doubt about it. But I'm just getting tired of this freaking geofencing all the time.
That's probably the one thing that I hate the most.
Yeah.
Because I could literally pull my Autel anywhere if I want to. It doesn't matter where it is. Now, it will still tell me about the no-fly zone, but it will still let me fly.
Right.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the DJI, it won't even let you freaking spin the motors, period. It won't even let you do that.
Yeah. And I've had where I've gone to do a job, been across the street, fired the DJI, comes up and goes up about halfway across the street, stops, won't go any farther because now I'm going into a zone.
Yeah.
I'm only going to go over 50 feet and I can't even do that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing that bothers me about the whole process is I would think that all no-fly zones should be limited to limit you to 100 to 150 feet. There's no aircraft in the world that is going to fly below 150 feet.
Yeah.
Because if they do, they're going to run into something.
Yeah. But what DJI should have, say you got, I don't know, 50 flights, 100 flights. There should be an option for unlocking that geo zone because you're an experienced pilot now. You know what you're doing. There should be something. I can understand it for a new pilot. Somebody buys a DJI drone. Hey, I'm going to go fly it here, wherever I want, right? But if they put a thing, say 50 flights or 100 flights, and just said, well, okay, now there's an option to shut the geofencing off or sign a waiver and says, here, shut the freaking thing off.
Well, and literally too, if you register a drone, okay, and let's say you become part of the record because then you're a drone flyer. Let's say you've been a drone flyer, registered drone flyer for a year. Why the hell do they need you to tell you anything what you're doing?
Yeah, exactly. So, here they are controlling your life, right? So
I do understand that, Paul Hodges and Paul Murray. I mean, it does make sense, especially if you've been flying and you haven't had any crashes. You're not really doing nothing stupid. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you actually do it the right way. You're not reporting any kind of on your DJI Carefresh. I mean, you're a responsible flyer. They should give you an option to be like, well, Paul Murray happens to have 3 DJI drones. He's never had an issue. He's been flying now for a while. Let me give him that choice to go ahead and unlock that spot right there.
Yeah, and the fact that I'm a 107 pilot. I'm a licensed 107 pilot.
No, I'm an advanced drone pilot license here in Canada. So I'm not a beginner.
Yeah, it just to me, Adrian, they're complicating things for the sake of complicating it. It should be fairly easy for them to just say, okay, you know what you're doing, you're good to go.
But the thing is, if you buy that drone, that's your drone. You should be able to do what you want with it, really. But here you got other people in another country controlling what you're flying in this country. You know what I mean?
And another thing that drives me nuts is that Autel happens to also be in China, if I'm not mistaken. So is DJI. So what's the difference? Why is it that if one drone company allows you to do it, but then the other one doesn't? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, am I right? Are both companies in China, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
So again, why is it that one gives you the option to do whatever the hell you want to, but the other one doesn't? Like the other one just sucking up, you know what I mean, to whatever it is they're sucking up to, but the other one just be like, I don't give a shit. You just go, you got your drone, you do whatever you want to do.
I know I can pay, what is that, somebody that know drone zones or whatever, get a unlock or something on it.
There's a lot of people that do that hack shit over here, Paul. They do that. I don't remember the name of it, but they do that hack to where you have no kind of restrictions or limitation. You do whatever the hell you want to.
Yeah. Well, I think it's out of England, if I'm right, but it's called no drone zones or something. I don't know.
Like that. I don't know if I think
they say that the only thing is that if you have an incident where you want DJI to replace your drone and you are using that program, it knows what program you're flying. It voids your warranty or your Carefresh or anything.
Well, that's kind of like my vehicle, Paul. If I go ahead and I remove that governor from my truck and I remove all the factory crap and do my aftermarket crap, it's gonna void the warranty. It's gonna make it better and it's gonna make it do a lot of crazy shit. But if something happens, it's not covered under warranty.
Right.
Same thing. But I think that no drone bullcrap that you're talking about, I think it's over $100, $200 maybe. I don't know. I never really looked into it, but I heard a couple of rumors. It's not that cheap to get it done either.
But even if the drone or the controller goes, "Hey, you're in a no fly zone or whatever," to give you that warning, then you can whatever. But
The warning that I get, you're in a no-fly zone, fly with caution. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get. Oh, the other one, Maury, is that it tells you you're about to enter such and such, fly with caution. Then you just you have to accept it and then hit OK.
Yeah.
That will give it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Well, that's the way it used to be on our old Inspires. The Inspire 1 used to come up on the screen and says you're in a no-fly zone, and you tap the box and say you accept responsibility. Done.
Yeah, you're done.
On my show, guys, Bill from Coast to Coast Drones came in and made a comment that the DJI Mavic 2 Pro, and I'm assuming the Mavic Zoom, the Mavic 2 Zoom, pretty much have come to the end of life to where even the Assistant 2 will not be able to support it anymore.
Right. That's what I heard too. There's an end of life situation there. What will not support it. In other words, there will no longer be any updates to the controllers, any updates to the drones.
Yeah, but that don't mean nothing, really.
You can still fly them under the old programs, but they're not going to support any upgrades.
Yeah.
But the thing is that if that's the case, then you need to go ahead and calm down on the fucking price. Like, and make the price cheaper because the batteries are still expensive as shit. Yeah. 141 battery for that Mavic 2 Pro. But then again, in the US, Mario, you know that they have a lot of those price gouging. They do whatever the hell they want to.
Yeah, and it's just, it's kind of a crapshoot. I know that.
But didn't you have just south of you, Paul, someplace you couldn't fly?
Yeah. Down south of Marysville, was like 4 miles from the airport.
Yeah.
Along the water, I had Streamtime Live that does the river cams. Well, there's a spot down there they wanted me to fly and give them a look up the river, down the river, and I couldn't do it with the DJI. It wouldn't let me even take off, like you said, Adrian. So I had to get an Autel, and put the Autel up in the air and look. Even though I was only going because they were talking about being on the top of a small building, 50, 60 feet in the air, just to pan up and down the river, it wouldn't take off.
No.
I wonder what's the benefit of DJI doing that compared to Autel not doing it. I mean, are they getting a big kickback? You know what I mean, from the U.S. government? I mean, I don't know. It got to be something.
Yeah.
Well, the thing of it is, Adrian, is I don't know the majority of law enforcement and government agencies buying drones for use, highway and everything. I don't know of anybody using Autel. They're all using DJI.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a tip of the cap to DJI saying, well, we're part of the team now. You got to stay with the team,
Yeah. But how does all these fire rescues, police, whatever, fly their drones? Like they don't sit there and go, oh, okay, I got to get permission to fly and all that shit. Or they might be in a no drone zone or whatever, but those type of people can fly anywhere. So there may be some allocation for them.
Yeah, I think they're not telling us, but I think that there's probably a registration process where they know whether it's police and fire using a drone versus the average person using a drone.
Yeah.
I will have to agree with you on that too, Paul. I think that makes sense the way you put it.
Yep. Because otherwise, if law enforcement or fire and rescue and whatever, they got to put it up in the air just as fast as they can, just like we do. But There's got to be some kind of, when they sign in, it gives off some kind of a signal saying that this drone is different than the average, drone flyer.
Hey, there you go, JDS. Yeah. But yeah. And I never asked, but maybe you guys know. What about the drones like the M130 and all that kind of stuff like Dre's got?
Yeah.
Do they have the geofencing on them too? Like the
Yeah,
Matrice?
I think they do.
Yeah.
Well, it's a AI, so I'm assuming, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm assuming it does too, but I think that there's a
Oh,
way,
yeah.
that government either hacks it or they're able to get around it for their specially used drones.
Yeah.
But I'm impressed with that M30. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that thing is a beauty.
That's a beast. The problem is it's a beast too. You and I, Adrian, when we carry our drones around now, I used to have the big Inspire. I grab it by the top and set it in the back of my Tahoe or whatever. Now, you just unfold the little sucker and fly.
Yeah, well,
But that M30, that's a beast.
back to when I went to Michigan, Paul
Yeah.
Martin, which man, I'm sorry that I couldn't even come and fly with you. It was
That's
a
all right.
hectic
I understand. You got things to do.
3 days where, and I tell you what, Paul, I will have to give you guys kudos out there in Michigan. Like when my girlfriend was actually driving, I'm talking about, Paul Hodges. I don't know if you know it, but people in Detroit, sorry, Paul Murray, you motherfuckers are damn street, man. Doc. Yeah, I will have to give you guys. What's going on, Teach? Out there in Michigan, like when my girlfriend was actually
You gotta mute it. Mute your.
Whoops. Oh. There we go.
Yeah, Superman flying through the air.
saying, hey, Paul, I have to go and get in-home in-home COVID test for my lady for her father, and I was driving by myself.
Yeah.
Man, it scared the shit out of me driving in Michigan for about a good 25 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know who's removing your comments, but it wasn't me. It says message retracted, so you had to be doing it yourself there, JDS. I was just back relaxing, sorry.
Where the hell did Paul Murray go?
I'm here.
But did you hear what I said?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, if you're on your phone, it only allows so many on the screen, then one person will disappear.
Well, yeah, people in Michigan drive like they're like.
Oh yeah, there's this.
Like this. They go on a freaking high, police speed chase or something. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why are you guys driving like you're in such a freaking rush?
Yeah.
There's no time like the present time.
There's no time like the present time.
Maury, even the cops driving freaking fast.
Oh, everybody. If you get in the way, you're in the way, man. It's like
That's what's here.
Get out the way. Get out the way.
That's right.
Get out the way.
Guess what just showed up, Paul?
What's that? Oh, breakfast. Look at there.
All right.
Can you do that off screen? Go like that and take them out like that?
Diane, you're spoiling him, Diane. You're spoiling him.
Oh, I know, but he doesn't know yet. But this is the last weekend I'm going to be home for quite a few weekends.
Oh.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna get quite spoiled now for a
Well,
while.
Diane, you're going to be making up a whole bunch of little lunches and dinners and putting them in the freezer, right?
I know.
What kind of sandwich is that?
Toasted bacon tomato,
Oh, nice.
BLT.
There you go. Instead of the there's no lettuce in there, is there?
No less.
He don't like lettuce that much.
No.
What's your plans after?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Adrian, You know, maybe at some point in time they'll figure out this no-fly bullshit, but I think
I hope so.
I think that government is overreaching with pushing the things, and it isn't helpful for not only the hobby, but for anybody commercially doing it. It's just, if you license this, and then it's like saying, well, you got to ask permission before you drive.
Yeah.
Huh. So wait, what's going on? Like, is there something the government saying about us flying our?
Well, there's no fly zones. You can't fly, or it's like DJI has restrictions on your flying. It's like you can't
Drones
fly
are-
in certain areas, and
We're
Like-
pretty much talking about geofencing, Teach.
Oh, gotcha.
To where I can actually pick up my Autel Evo and fly it anywhere, but I can't do the same thing with my DJI. That's what we're talking about.
yeah. Hey, Ron. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
How's the
This
herd?
Didn't I see you over in Johnny's show?
Yeah, a couple minutes. I had to get a couple things done, and
Uh,
I'm actually just about ready to go. I just got to go in and shower and get ready to leave.
You
Ronald Laco, that stinks. Your ass stinks. Go take a shower.
I'm glad you noticed.
Hey,
So, Ron, where are you headed? Hunting or?
Yeah, heading up to the lodge, and then I'll be up there till Friday.
Oh,
are you gonna do your what are you? Damn, what is that? You're gonna be doing it with your hunting buddies?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do me a favor, Ron. Don't be harassing old ladies out there. Old ladies are
Not gonna
dead.
happen.
They will slap the shit out of you.
Yeah. One harassed lady a year is enough.
I'm just saying, one is enough.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, we were talking about that last night on my show, where Ron was being mean. He was being an ass to an old lady. That old lady almost colcatted his ass running the lip. Damn, you should have got the video. That would have. I'm telling you, Ron, you would have got at least 2-3 million views if you would have
yeah.
posted that lady slap the shit out of you for being rude, and you deserved it too. You would have deserved it too, because you were being an ass.
I was. I admitted it.
Did you hear that, Paul Murray? He even admitted it live on your show.
wow.
No.
She was in a way of a good photographic moment. There's-
By the way, I thought you said you got a little bit of video on it. I thought you were going to show it last night, but you did.
No. It was all worth it. I'll never see her again, probably.
You never
Hopefully.
know her again.
Hopefully she doesn't show up with a gun or something,
You see what I mean? Knocking on your damn door and smack the shit out of you.
That would be scary.
Yeah, that would be heritage. That would be.
Yeah. Why is my?
The thing is with JDS there, I just tried to figure this out. His geofencing is different than ours. That's why you take a bunch of those Geo Metros and make a fence out of them.
Well, Ron, you also got the Mavic 2 Pro, the DJI. How do you feel about the geofencing, with DJI and Autel doesn't have any? How do you feel about that?
Oh, I've seen the difference between the two. The Autel will tell you, hey, you're in a XYZ zone. You willing to take responsibility, and you just hit yes. And where I know when I was up in Alaska, I couldn't get Lance because I was out of cell service where I was at. By the air, I was close to the airport. I was like, I don't know, 5.2 miles or something. Or maybe it was under 5 miles, but yeah, I couldn't fly one spot. But no, it's take responsibility.
Yeah, see you, JDS. Have a good one. Going to bed.
You know, they talk about the upside down wedding cake for round airports or whatever.
Right.
They need to extend that upside down wedding cake lower for drones and whatever. Because, you know, it's like I've got trees that are 150 feet tall. So why should any of that affect any flight of mine?
Well, you're about 95% correct, Paul, but
Helicopter.
yeah,
Helicopter.
when you sit and think about, and I've actually seen helicopters
Oh,
and
yeah.
airplane. When I was out in Oregon a couple years ago, flying drones along the coast, I was only 50 feet up, but I was up on top of a cliff.
And there were no trees, no
There were no
obstruction.
trees, no nothing. Well, all of a sudden, the Coast Guard come hauling ass down the coast
Mm.
in a Dolphin, and they're actually lower than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But
but
you
yeah,
can
you're about
usually hear a
95%
helicopter.
correct, though. But there's always that little chance.
Well, yeah, but usually a helicopter, you can hear them, you know,
You
be
can hear
on
them
the plane to
coming
land it,
miles.
you know.
Yeah.
It's not like a jet coming at you at 1,000 miles an hour. You can't get out of the way quick enough.
Yeah.
But-
But what about the public? Got a whole bunch of these irresponsible flyers that just do whatever the hell they want to, and they're making it harder for me and everybody
yeah.
else.
Yeah, and it's the ones that go up to 2,000 feet and giggle about it, think it's funny, and
And like, what-
you know, they're all part of TJ's gang, you know.
Yeah,
and the thing that worries me the most is that we're getting we got an Amazon plan here in the
That's
building,
funny.
and it's going to open soon. And they're talking about extending the runway to the west to handle the big jets coming in for Amazon. Well, if they got big jets coming in, they'll probably change the status of the airport, and I could completely screwed. You know,
Yeah, because right now it's a smaller airport, so Paul
it's
just
just a
calls
Class
it
G
off to the
registered airport.
Yep.
And that's why I'm against. I kind of understand people's reasoning, but everybody that wants to go out and do a range test, why are you risking? You just got to hope and pray that drone does exactly what it's supposed to do. They don't always do that, though.
Yeah,
So why you got to risk running your drone out 2, 3, 4 miles
yeah.
when you can't see it, and then risk not having? How many people I've seen like, oh God, am I going to have enough battery life to get home? You're relying on that technology to be 100% perfect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was in Hawaii once, and I was out searching for whales. I went out and I was actually going into the wind,
Yes.
and I stopped at 60%.
Yeah.
Turn around and come back. I figured it only took me 40% to go out, and it should take me less than that to come back. But the wind switched, and I'm like, oh dear God. I mean, they switched hard, and I wasn't sure I was coming back in. I landed with like 1 or 2%.
Okay, Philly.
Yeah.
Ouch! Ouch!
But like, no offense to anybody here, okay? The only time I've ever seen my drone go out of sight when it went behind a tree for a second or two. But other than that, I've never done a range test. Never. Always line of sight. Always.
Well, mine was, like I said, that day mine was too, but the wind switched on me.
Yeah.
And it was weird. I was coming at a headwind coming back in. It's almost always the opposite.
Yeah.
That one threw me by surprise.
that when you lost your drone, run, and then you have to go buy another one.
Hey, Bill.
Oh, you're going with the devil theme there in the background.
What's up? Let me,
Hey, Bill.
I didn't know, but you're fast. I'm not, I don't have my, I was going to, I was
background.
connecting it up, but you like the background?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Anyway, how you doing? Adrian, where you at, brother?
On Johnny's show, you had the POS one.
Yeah, I got so many backgrounds. I can't keep track what I leave on what
Well,
on
that's
what
a TV in the background, I guess.
platform.
Watching them.
On what platform? Okay, there we go.
Where-
Oh
where-
gosh. Good
where-
morning. Good morning. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Ron, Adrian, TJ,
Oh,
and
Hey,
and everybody in the chat. I was setting up the chat so I could see it.
where was
I'm procrastinating because it's another Sunday where I drive to my dad's and go
Oh.
reconnect them to the
internet again.
Internet.
to whatever. No, he gave it up. I'm inheriting another laptop
Oh,
that I'll give away to
Is-
somebody.
Is,
But
is this your number 5 laptop, or how many laptops?
I don't know. I don't know how many times I've lost track over the years. No, I think I ought to try the internet again. Dad, you're gonna do it from not even a month this time. It was like 3 weeks. He's like, he calls me up barking. I say, Dad, I'm at work. Oh, I know you're at work. I won't keep you long, but all right, Dad.
So what you need to do is introduce him to TJ. TJ will work him through it.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's like, and then I search for something on my phone and it's telling me no connection, no internet connection. What's it? Because his Apple SE or his iPhone SE, whatever, stop. He says it won't connect, and then it connects, then it doesn't connect. Doesn't make phone calls. You know what I mean? And I say, well, it's probably signal. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that phone. It's actually the one he's had the longest. He's had this for a little while, and he got rid of it. No, not got rid of it. It's sitting there. I'm going to probably inherit it. But he went back to Android. He forgot how to use Android now, so I got to go. Got to go hook his truck up. And he buys new vehicles all the time. He bought another one, by the way. They reinstated his pension, so he's got extra money. So he just gets another vehicle. And
So you have like a 10 vehicles sitting in his driveway, so it makes him look
well, no. He just, he has them for a little while, about 1,800 miles or so, and then gets another one.
Get old after 1800.
Retired truck driver, Diamond Bob, I call him. I don't know. Yeah, he just between his Social Security and his pension, his Teamsters pensions, gets 2 of those. He's enjoying. He's living his best life, and that's what he does. He loves vehicles, so he just keeps going. But he keeps going back and buying the same ones that he had before. It's like, I really like that other one. I'm gonna go back to. It's like, just can't keep it in the first place.
Does he get him? Does he get him with OnStar?
OnStar's OnStar's GM there, brother. He's not a GM guy. No.
Okay, 'cause that would be perfect for him because he could talk to her.
Oh, because
Maserati
if it didn't connect for 6 seconds, he'd be on the phone with me. So right now I brought it down to the dealer and the salesman couldn't figure out how to hook my phone up to the truck, and then so some young guy came out and took him a while, but what do you mean it took him a while? Consumers do it. I mean, I don't know what dealer this is, but anyway, then he said, then today it's not working again. It's like, that's the way, Bluetooth and Android is, I mean, every once in a while you got to, I don't know. It's not really true. I mean, mine always connects to my Hyundai, but whatever. So I got to go up there and reconnect them and go home with an Apple laptop.
Well, at least you go up there on a mission,
Yeah, no, and I haven't been up there in a month, so it's good to go see him. He was going to come down here, and I was like, that's a long ride. He's 80, whatever, 80.
Does he have
How old is he?
There's a Maserati or a Tesla?
Does he? No, he had a. No, he's not a Maserati or Tesla. He would never. I don't think he'd ever get electric.
Yeah.
No. That would. You'd be putting him in the middle of the technology that makes him insane. He'd be surrounded by it. I think that would be
Hey,
the
my
end of it.
battery's dead. I don't know how to charge it.
Oh my God. He's a capable guy, but he's just so impatient. This is my stepfather, by the way, but he's so impatient. Oh my goodness. But but he did have the Genesis G80, which is a fabulous car, and that was his second one in the last 5 years, interspersed with a Lincoln Continental that he really liked, and the G80s that he really liked, and at least 5 GTs, Mustang GTs that he really liked. but something about them pissed him off one day, and then he just goes and gets another one. Gets something else. And how many F-150s? He's got a new F-150 right now. That's what he's back to the trucks again. So that's what he's doing for now. For now. God bless him. There'll be nothing left when he's gone.
Hey,
He'll be
Ron, how many miles you got in your pickup?
175.
5,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
There
going
might be
strong.
one. There might be 1,075 on his when he's,
When he trades it in?
Where is he going? He goes down the street. He buys his losing tickets. That's what he says, and goes to the store, and then he still has that car, the 66 Galaxy.
Oh.
I'm amazed. He spent $1 bazillion on painting it and upgrading it and doing this and that and the other thing. And usually when he does that, he sells it at a huge loss. But so far, it's still sitting in his driveway. So
I had a 65. I inherited
65?
from my dad. It was a convertible.
mm,
These things are a boat.
yeah, well, that's midsize.
I think one of my first cars was a 66 Meteor Renault 500. Like that was a boat.
60, he's got that 60. It's a convertible, 66 Galaxy 500 XL convertible that he
Oh, it's
Paid.
500. Okay.
paid way too much money for, and because it was supposedly redone. And it probably was. I mean, it's what 50 something years old, but it wasn't redone recently. He ended up. It looked good, but once you started checking it out, at least when he did the paint, they did it right. He replaced. It's all metal. You know what I mean? When they did the body, it's all metal. It's got the 390 in it, but someone popped a 4-barrel on it, and which is fine. But the way they did it, they actually, it's because you could get that year, you could have gotten that with a 4-barrel. But this came with a 2 initially, which is fine. I mean, you're not racing around town. I don't know what he's so concerned about. But anyway, so it has a manual choke. Like somebody ran it choked in through the cabin, and it's got a little manual choke. But no, he's getting the top replaced because it's got a little crack in it, and be pretty nice by the time he's done, and then sells it for a $20,000 loss, whatever. That might end up being mine. The one thing about it, having it in Florida, a convertible in Florida with no AC.
Oh,
Yeah.
You just roll the windows down.
Yes, that's.
Yeah, don't put the top down. Just put the windows down.
But I never thought of that, TJ. Good idea. That's awesome.
That's funny.
Let's see. Let's see if do I have the car in the backgrounds? Come on now.
I think back, Bill, about all the cars that I should have hung on to and didn't.
Oh gosh. Just roll the windows down.
I had a 1965 Shelby GT Mustang.
oh, geez.
I had a 1965 Chevelle SS 427 with tri-power with the Hurst shifter. It was midnight blue. Oh, there's his picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's the picture that was listed that he bought it from, and that's what it looked like. But if you got real close, you could see that it wasn't the greatest paint job, but that's all been redone. That's all been redone.
Little bit of cracking here and there. Or...
So it actually drips, believe it or not, and
White wall tires.
but he's redone all that. That's all new metal, all new paint, same color, original color. That's red on red interior, original interior. The interior's got no cracks in it, which is pretty amazing. I was in Louisiana, by the way, Louisiana car, and it's got a white top, so it's a red on white.
Hey, TJ, if you notice, the windows do go down.
Yeah.
Look at that. And so you get those. That's the AC right there. You see those little vented, the vented
Vents
windows.
that pop out. Yep.
But that's but that's the air conditioning though.
Yeah,
You crank them way out and
blows right on you.
That's funny.
But no, that the top works, everything works. Had a little problem with water getting the
Remember
trunk.
the Ford that had the hard top, the retractable hard tops.
Well, a couple of them had that. The T-Bird had that.
Yeah, well, this is the Ford Galaxy, I think, or whatever, with the retractable hard top back in the 50s. My uncle, who was a dentist in town, had one, and he was driving through town because he got someplace and he wanted to retract it, and it only went halfway and it stuck there. So he had to drive to the dealership with the top open.
Well, that's massive AC, boy, because that's just bringing all of the bricks.
Exactly.
Yeah, no kidding.
That thing was like,
Bug catcher.
Yeah.
Bug AC, bird catcher,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But and I'll tell you what, I forgot how terrible cars. I mean, I shouldn't say that because it's not terrible, but it is terrible. How much harder it was to drive cars back then, you know, because you got to step on the brakes. You know what I mean? You got to,
Oh, yeah.
you know, giant steering. It doesn't even have power steering, or does it? No, it does have power steering. It does have power steering, but it's loose. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Back,
Yeah,
you forget what it was like.
down the road,
Yeah. And that's all been fit. I mean, it's all good. It's just the way it is. You know, you take that giant boat out in traffic, you're like, wow, thing. You know, they're great on a straight line in a highway, man. It's like, you know, it put you to sleep. What a wonderful, slow, nice, smooth, bounding ride. But I forgot what it was like driving them, and that's what I learned to drive on was stuff like that. You know, he had a '67 Falcon, Ford Falcon that I learned. What? That's actually a small car. Well, it'd be probably a full size nowadays, but you know, it's smaller than this. And we had a '74 Gran Torino, 73 Gran Torino, actually.
Yeah.
And those are the cars I drove on, or learned to ride on. But the Gran Torino was tighter than this thing. But let's face it, I'm not too tight either, and we're not that far off in age, me and that car. I was born in '61. It was born in '66, so you know, it's like my little brother.
Oh, you know, if we could only go back and kept some of the cars that we had when we were younger, holy mackerel! Now, oh,
First car was a '68 Mustang.
yeah.
we went last.
Second car was a '67 Mustang.
Oh, raining down there again, in
Right
Florida.
at the Teeny Martini Bar.
Yeah.
Look at. I think the windows are down on some of these cars.
No, I think it's just a reflection, Paul, off the
Okay.
building.
No, it's raining. So no interest in watching people stand in the awnings, huh?
Yeah. Well, SpaceX there can't get off the ground because of the weather for almost a week now.
So that means I'm going to be driving it to rain. It's supposed to rain here, and it's nice out. So, but I'm sure it's raining up by my dad's because he lives in St. Cloud, which is up by Orlando, which is kind of between here and what you just showed.
Ron, are you had any visitations from the herd today?
Yeah, actually, I did. Don stopped by unexpectedly last night, and
What do you have to say?
I had him for dinner.
I had him for dinner.
And then, like, you know what? He's actually never been here. He's in his house, but not like they don't come up to his porch like mine. So I set a chair out there for him last night. Well, tiny little stool right by the steps, and they were very leery of him though. But then when I walked up, then they came.
Yeah.
So I found that kind of interesting. You
That's
know?
weird that you're part of the herd now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the alpha of the herd. Actually, you provide them with food, and
Mhm.
you know, yep.
But he got the
That's
hand feed
amazing,
last
though.
night, which I thought was cool.
You just shake the corn and they just come right on up to your porch there.
They do. Well, you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get you a Viking helmet with antlers sticking off of it, like.
That's funny.
These guys out back here.
I used to have a hat. It had moose antlers like that, but you pull a string and they'd clap. You
like
walk
you
around
always say,
like
Paul,
that.
runs home, runs home. Yeah.
Get a T-shirt that says "I am your God."
Leader.
I am here.
I would, geez, I wouldn't want to put antlers on my head. Know what they're feeding them. They're liable to think that you're a threat to them.
Oh no, he's a protector.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't do it when they were in
Yeah.
heat.
Yeah.
if the girls were in heat, you might want to shut that door real fast.
I know it's funny, you're out hunting, and you're always having fun with other guys and stuff. But my brother-in-law Bobby, there, we always teasing him, I can't just, and hey Bobby, just kind of bend over there. We'll put a little bit of cream in your ass there.
Which one of you are going to put the cream in his ass? That's what I want to know.
Well, that buck scent or whatever, you put it, rub it on his back end there and wait for the bucks to show up. Just hold steady. I got him. Hang on.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody has different kinds of fun, Bill. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. I'm not going to ever admit that I know anything at all of what you're talking about. Right? Oh, look at this. What is this? I just got hit up by Paul Wedgenbig. And apparently he's going to be going live. Oh, in 10 hours. Okay, 8 o'clock. All right. That's right. So he's going to do that every Sunday now. Paul Wedgebig. The world, what's he call it? I just had it up there. Yeah, we'll promote another channel. United States Drone Society.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Sounds
it's Boston.
Sounds pretty
Yeah,
formal.
he just sent me
Yeah.
the link.
See, this is what you don't want to run into, is this.
Oh, that.
Oh god.
This guy is getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yep.
Wow.
Damn,
Maybe
that's
some.
crazy. And I don't even know how that deer saw him with all that camo he's wearing.
Oh, they can see a long way off.
They can smell them.
Damn, that is crazy.
Was he talking about his mother?
I don't know. Must have been.
The only problem I see with that picture, though, is the guy's sitting there filming it, not helping him.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Those hooves are pretty sharp from what I understand.
Oh, they are.
Well, I mean, even take a gun and just fire it in the air is liable to get the deer to back off, right?
Well, who knows if the other guy was armed?
Yeah.
Maybe they were bow hunting,
Yeah.
Get him to run away. Make love, not war. Just sneak up behind him, and just grab a hold. What? You see that buck? What the hell? I'm out.
Put a little cream in his bunghole. Yeah.
Hi, dear.
He for his bunghole.
Oh my goodness. I think it's too early for this kind of chat. I'm gonna get some more coffee. I shall return.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be on too long because I made sure I was all ready to go to my dad's, and then I do this, and then I'll end up going in the middle of the afternoon. But I don't think Laura's going on yet, right?
No,
She's
she
not
said,
on.
I think she
No.
said,
Until
After Monday.
I think she said it on when she was in Johnny's show. I think she said next
Tuesday, probably.
Tuesday or something, or Sunday, next Tuesday or something.
Well, Tuesday I won't be around either because I've Tuesdays are my appointment days. I'm getting the oil changed. I tell you, since Hyundai started giving away free 3-year services, they with all new what they started since 20. They give you a 3-year service warranty for free with the purchase of the car, and I used to make you buy it.
Yeah.
So everybody goes there. Now it takes like a month and a half to get your oil changed. To get an appointment to get your oil changed because everybody's going there. Typically dealerships are the more expensive way to get your oil changed, and they weren't that busy. You know what I'm saying? So I got an appointment. It's a big deal. I got to be there on Tuesday.
But at least now they got a history on your vehicle if you trade it in, right?
Well, I just did. I didn't get the service warranty. I bought a 19, so my wife's is free, but mine's not. But I've always gone there
Well, that's not
because
very
they can't.
fair.
Because if anything happens to that motor, they can't say that I didn't take care of it. You know what I mean? Because all the services were done there, and they have all the records. You know, it's worth it. It's worth spending. It's like paying for a warranty. You know, if you spend an extra $20 to get your oil changed at the dealership, it's worth the investment. You know, I mean, how often? Every 6 months. What's the big deal? I'll be right back.
Ron, this is what I imagine would happen. You keep screwing with the deer.
Oh yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is great. This is great.
That's a good one.
Justin, send me that in Messenger. That's
All right.
hysterical.
Easy there, TJ.
DJ's gonna pop a blood vessel. See it popping on the front of his face? Yeah.
There you go, Ron.
Thanks. Well, anyhow, guys, I better go get ready.
Okay, Ron. Hey, you should be able to show that to all your buddies, Ron. They'll like that.
Yeah. I'll show the guys at the lodge tonight.
Yeah.
That was great.
That
You
was
guys
better
enjoy
than
your
the
Sunday.
bumblebee.
That was funny.
Okay, Ron, you take care.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
join
see 'em.
you from I'll be up on top of the towers, the hill tomorrow morning.
Okay,
I should be able to reach you. I'm sitting up there just watching the blind.
all right.
Yep.
Anywho, we will see
Hey,
you all
Ron.
later.
Okay,
Yep.
Ron, take
See you,
care.
Ron.
Take care, everybody.
Later.
See you, Ron.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to take off, Paul, too. It's 10 o'clock. I got some work I gotta do before I leave today, so.
Yeah.
I gotta go too. I gotta get ready to leave too.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta get ready to
Everybody's
leave,
leaving
too.
us, Bill.
Well, and even Bill's gotta go to his dad's, right?
I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't even know Justin was there. Hi, Justin.
So I'm getting ready. I gotta go up to Yulee. So
Yeah.
Hi, Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good trip there, Justin. See you in a what, week?
TJ's got to calm down a little bit after that last.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can come back
Uncle Bill.
Thursday.
You missed it. You missed it.
Okay, everybody in the chat, we're gonna be saying goodbye for today. Bill,
I could just destroy a stream, can't I?
yeah, no. We'll see everybody again later this evening. Paul, you be
Adios, y'all have a good day.
I'll be home,
See ya.
there about 5 o'clock, so.
Yeah, you can give us a report back later, Bill, about how it went on your trip up to your dad's house.
Yeah, there you go.
You could have stayed on and you could have streamed me there, you know, in the car. Kept me company. But
Hey,
anyway.
everybody, thanks for being